Hi, I'm John Degasperis. I'm a personal injury lawyer located in the Hudson Valley in upstate New York. In this video, I'm going to talk about bicycle accidents and all of the legal issues that come up in the context of a bicycle accident. And remember, if you get hurt in a bicycle accident, feel free to give me a call. I'll give you a free consultation and I'll help you the best I can. Well, many bicycle accidents do qualify for personal injury cases. One, we're looking for negligence. That could mean that someone knocked you off your bike. Maybe they were driving a car and acted negligently. Maybe they throw something at you. Anything involving someone being negligent and causing you to fall. I also see a lot of accidents involving cyclists who go down due to road defects, so we can sue municipalities or the state, whomever is responsible for maintaining the road. So yeah, I mean, if you go down on a bike and you're not in your own driveway, I would at least consider calling a lawyer. So the statute of limitations for bicycle accidents can get a little crazy because it really depends on who was negligent. So if your claim is against another human, the driver of a car who crashes into you, then you have a 3-year statute of limitations in most situations, unless you're young. If you're under the age of 18, your statute of limitations is tolled until you reach the age of maturity plus 3 years. But if you go down on a bicycle because of a road defect, you have a much shorter statute of limitations, and you have to file a 90-day notice of claim. So yeah, if you go down because of a road defect, you want to act fast, call a lawyer because you have a lot of time restrictions operating there. So if you get hurt on a bicycle and you want to talk to a lawyer, great news. It's a free consultation. Any lawyer in New York State anyway is going to offer you a free consultation. If they're not offering free consultations, don't use that lawyer. And you don't pay the lawyer unless the lawyer wins. And so if there's no recovery, there's no fee. For example, I never ask my clients for money out of their own pocket. I only get paid if I recover money for them, and I will use my own money to finance the costs associated with that individual's case. That may mean I will pay for the expert witnesses or pay for private investigators to go take pictures of the roadway where you fell or pictures of the vehicle. I pay for the court fees and the medical records, all of those things. And we keep a detailed register of all the expenses. And at the conclusion of the case, if we are successful, we get our fee out of the gross recovery and we recoup our costs and expenses. So bicycle accidents usually result in some pretty bad injuries. I see everything from soft tissue, neck sprains, back sprains, shoulder sprains. I see a lot of fractured bones, a lot of fractured legs and wrists. I also see a lot of brain trauma, and those cases are obviously your more severe cases. Anybody who suffers a brain trauma is usually going to suffer some prolonged effect and some prolonged symptoms or disability. So those cases are really extraordinary, but candidly, the injury profile really runs the gambit. There's also a lot of superficial abrasions and wounds from road rash, so you really see it all. I mean, bicycle crashes, the injury profile is usually more severe. They occur on public roadways, but there's no science to where they occur in terms of what types of roadways. They occur on major highways. Usually the cyclists who are getting hurt on major highways are your enthusiasts who are riding a lot of miles every week, or athletes who are riding a lot of miles every week, and they need to be on highways so that they can go fast and for long distances. So those injury profiles tend to be your more severe injury profiles, the enthusiasts or the athletes who are riding long distances on highways because the cars are moving faster, and so the energy involved in the crash is something far more severe. Now, if we transition to more densely populated areas like cities and villages, people are riding their bicycles to get to and from, right? So they want to get from their house to someone else's home, or they want to go to the store or to their job. They are often not wearing the necessary safety gear, which makes them less visible, and maybe they get hurt worse. The injury profiles are not always as severe because the cyclist isn't moving as fast, and neither are the cars. The accidents often happen on turns, but after a stop sign or a red light, something of that nature. So I really see all types of accidents in all different types of venues, if you will. They vary wildly. I mean, again, if you have superficial abrasions and some sprains, that's one value set. If you have a brain trauma that's going to take you out of work for the rest of your life, or have some permanent disability, that's a very different value. One of the factors, though, in terms of the value of the case, will often have to do with insurance, because cyclists are not insured. Their bikes are not insured. We hope that they have health insurance to allow them access to medical care, but the cyclist is dependent upon the negligent actor's insurance. So if you get hit by someone who has very little insurance, that's not a great thing. You may have a catastrophic injury, but there's just not enough insurance available. Now, if you have a bicycle accident that occurs on a roadway, the municipalities or the states, they're very heavily insured. They tend to be more difficult, those claims, because you have to prove that the road defect existed for a certain amount of time. But the values of bicycle accident cases vary wildly depending on a whole number of circumstances. Generally, the injury is the driver.